Hello, hello, hello. I've come on a little bit early. This is Sukh Sidhu, your host, um, because I just wanted to check and make sure you guys can hear me. So if you can hear me, let me know. And just leave me a comment in the message box if you can. And just let me know where you are in the world. So according to my control panel, we have 14 people jumped in already. So if you can hear me, just leave me a little comment. Let me know where you are in the world so I know you can hear me. Catherine can hear me. Awesome. Where in the world are you, Catherine? Aaron, yeah, Cheltenham. Awesome. I think most of you guys will be from the UK today. Excuse me. I need some water before we get started. Sunny Essex. Awesome, Samir. It's actually not too bad here. So sunny Cheshire. James, Dubai. Amazing. What's the weather like there? Shiggy, London. Awesome, dude. So Trevor, let me know where you are in the world, buddy. Chris, Manchester. Paul is in Bristol. I love Bristol. Catherine's in Ireland. Awesome. Whereabouts in Ireland, Catherine? Trevor's in Knots. Awesome. Cool, cool, cool. Everybody can hear me. That's good. Mayo, the West. Awesome, Catherine. I never heard of Mayo. I'm not going to lie. James, yeah, I bet it's hot. 11 p.m. and 35 degrees. James, me and my wife actually went into Kuoni, a travel agents where I am here in the UK, looking at Dubai yesterday. We're thinking about doing Dubai and then Mauritius next April, but we'll have a baby with us. So our daughter is due in November, so our daughter will be about 6 months next April. What do you think of Dubai for a couple and a 6-month-old? Suitable? Let me know what you think, buddy. Kate is here from Vancouver. Awesome. How's the weather in Vancouver? What time is it there, Kate? Jeff, Belfast, how you doing, buddy? Good to see you in here. James, 40 plus in the day. It's so hot. My wife has super fair skin, so she'd definitely struggle. James, how long would I be there for? So James, we were thinking 3 or 4 days in Dubai, and then on to Mauritius for 10 days or so. Well, if you've got any recommendations of where to stay, or even if you think it would be worth coming with a newborn, I'd love to hear it, buddy. Okay, sunny and 30 degrees. Awesome. Sunny everywhere. Except maybe in Ireland, Catherine. Weather not too good there. Cool. I think we are on 8 o'clock. So, James, early April will probably be okay. There are plenty of all-inclusive hotels which are baby-friendly. Awesome. The wife definitely wants to go, so I'm sure we will end up there in April. So, cloudy with a chance of gluten. Watch that gluten, buddy. I'll probably stay inside. Actually, dry says, I'll drop you up in. Awesome, James. Yeah, I appreciate that, buddy. We were looking at the Atlantis Palm, but the lady in the travel agents said we'd get stuck in a lot of traffic getting from there towards getting off the Palm, basically. So I'm definitely open to suggestions, mate. Okay, guys, I'm just going to make sure that I am seeing everything that I need to see. And then we will get started in just a moment. I'm just going to give it another couple of minutes. If you've just dropped in, let me know where you are in the world. That's what we're doing right now. I'm just going to make sure that I can still see your comments once we get started and I start sharing my screen with you guys. So we'll just leave it another couple of minutes. Callum and Gary Jones, I mixed your comments together then. I thought I saw Blackpool, Jumeirah Beach. Callum, Blackpool, sunny seaside, awesome. Gary Jones, Hilton, Jumeirah Beach. Tiago, London, buddy, awesome. Anna, Ryan. So we have one of my students in. Anna, you definitely don't need to be in here if you have better things to do, but it's always lovely to see you online. Cool. Right, let's just make sure this works, and then we are going to get started. Oh, that's where you stayed. Shouldn't be a traffic. Cool. Okay, guys, so I've got a feeling that I'm not going to be able to see your comments once we get started. But what I will do is I will be taking Q&A at the end. If you have questions, what I'd recommend is don't write them in the comment box because I might lose them. So I might lose track. Make a note of them. Ideally, write it down. If you have to put it in the comment box so you remember it, do so. I will have a look through. Then at the end, I'm going to answer all your questions. So let me turn my screen on. And as if we're just starting, because I might record this webinar and use it again in the future. Okay, guys, I'm going to jump on and press play. All right, guys, welcome to today's training run by the Online Fitness Business, which is me and my business. So I really struggled to think of a title for today's webinar. But basically what I'm going to teach you today is how to build a systemized online fitness business and get away from winging it. And what I mean by that is I want you guys to get to a place in your online fitness business where you know how many leads are coming in tomorrow and you know why. You know how many sales you're going to make next week and you know why. You know how much income you're going to generate this month and you know why. And you know how you're going to increase it and scale it next month and you know why. So it's getting out of that kind of one good month, but not really putting that into a system and then having a bad month and then a good month and then a bad month. Because if you get stuck in that feast and famine like cycle where you're having good months, but you're not turning that into a system, you're not making that predictable, you're always just one or two bad months away from just the whole thing breaking. All right. So what I want to help you with today in particular, I'm going to help you with a lot of things, but my main focus is going to be getting you guys to, for want of a better phrase, grow up or get your businesses to grow up. And I say that with all the love in the world, but I also say that knowing what trainers are like. So my dream for you guys is at the end of this business, we know how to treat our businesses like real businesses and not things that, we just try lots of stuff and we are busy idiots where we're just doing loads of things. Some things work, some things don't, and we just carry on in that busy mindset until we break, basically. So if any of you guys have followed me for any amount of time, you will have seen this quote before. It's from one of my own mentors, Frank Kern. If you want to impress people, make things complicated. If you want to help people, keep things simple. And that's very much my mantra. That's how I teach. I don't care about trying to impress you guys on this webinar, but I'm very keen to help you. So I'm going to keep things very simple. And I know Anna's on the webinar tonight. She will preach this in my teachings on my course with my students. Simple works. Simple's best. Simple gets results. So if at any point in this webinar you think that's too simple, that's too basic, and think you need more, give yourself a little slap or a little pinch because you definitely don't. We need to keep things simple because, like I said, simple works. And I'm going to give you an example of that straight off the bat. So this is one of my very new students, and you can probably see the date on these comments is 23rd of June. That's 2 days ago. So this is one of my new students. He signed up about 2 weeks ago. There's a little bit of swearing in this. Apologies, I didn't warn you. It says, F me, I've got the lot done. So, sorry, a little bit of context. In my mentoring group with my students, every Monday, I do this thing called Post It Up Monday, where I ask my students to give me 3 things that they're going to get done that week. And every Wednesday, we have a Where You At Wednesday, which is kind of just a check-in of where they're getting on with those 3 things. And then on the Friday, we have a Finish It Friday. So Finish It Friday is how are you getting on with those 3 things? And if they're not done, get them done. So you're not worrying about them over the weekend, and you can do whatever you want to do on the weekend. So this was on the Finish It Friday thread in the groups. There's like accountability. This is how we keep the students accountable. And this student has put, fuck me, I've got the lot done. Looks like I've signed up 7 new clients in the past 10 days, 2, possibly 9. And there's a few replies. One of the guys asks, how have they managed that? And you'll see in his reply at the bottom, all I've been doing is texting old leads with an offer. How simple is that? So again, at the bottom as well, he's put, I've got a 3 text message series to send. I'm only halfway through sending the second one to them all. Eye opener. So this is one of my very simple things that I tell people to do first. So if they've got any kind of offline business, any kind of offline facility where it's PT, and they've got clients, former leads, the first thing I get everyone to do is speak to those people first. And this client, his name is Don, has done that, and he's got 7 new clients in the past 10 days. And being super conservative, once he's got all those text messages out to all those previous leads and clients, let's say he gets 12 clients on this 6-week program, and then he's going to convert a few of those into one-to-one coaching clients. So he's going to get money up front, and then he's going to get recurring money from those people that he upsells into one-to-one coaching clients. So that's just an example of how simple is that. Look how well it works. So if any of you guys haven't managed to get any new clients in the past however long, or you're not currently doing well with getting clients, why don't you do that? How incredibly simple is that? Again, everyone's going to doubt it because it is so simple, but there's proof from 2 days ago that simple works. So now that I've kind of hopefully got a little bit of faith from you in what I'm going to teach you, will just get you clients. It's not fancy. I'm not going to try and impress you. I'm just going to try and help you. Here's what we're going to go through today. So in terms of what you'll learn, the first one is how to attract your ideal clients using a 2-tier marketing approach that brings in new leads every single day. So in a moment, we're going to assess where you're at right now. And then I'm going to talk to you about using an organic approach and an automated, paid for approach. And don't get too worried about that. I'm going to keep it super simplistic, as I've mentioned. But we're going to do it in a way that just puts you in front of your potential clients all day, every day, without you having to spend all day, every day online. And then we're going to go through how to convert those leads into paying clients using my method of selling that requires no hard selling. And the best thing about it is it removes the barriers that people put up when they think they're going to get sold to. So you know what people are like. If they think you're going to try to sell them something, a guard goes up. I do it. You probably do it. Our potential clients definitely do it. So the way I go about selling my services is to give first and then position myself as, an expert, as an authority, and always be selling myself and what I can do and helping people and adding value, so that when it comes to getting on the phone with someone, it's not about making the sale. It's just about making sure that you guys are both on the same wavelength and that you're both a good fit for each other. So I'm going to show you how to do that. I'm just going to give you a little system for doing that. And then as well as we're going to focus a lot on attracting and converting. We're going to focus a lot on organic versus automated and manual versus automated. But at the end, I'm also going to give you a simplistic business model that ensures your clients are happy and you get out of that time for money trap. Because I'm going to be blunt, right? A lot of us want to go online. A lot of you guys will want to go online because you want some time back, right? The reality is that a lot of people go online and just carry on doing the same thing. They still carry on working a lot. They don't systemize anything. They're just online and working the same long hours as they would on the gym floor. And I'm not saying there's anything wrong with being a PT on the gym floor, but the reality is we want to go online so we can get away with that and we can build a more scalable business and one that's more manageable from a lifestyle point of view for us and our families. And then through a few of the things that I teach you today, you'll be able to jump off this webinar and get clients straight away. We'll be able to bring people straight into your business as long as you implement what I teach on this webinar. So, who am I? I am that guy in the picture looking like I know what I'm talking about. I do, I assure you. And that was at my most recent event, our OFB live event in Manchester, where we had around about 50 trainers come and watch myself speak, and my in-house Facebook marketing guy, Stephen Craven. He's much more than just my in-house marketing guy. He's a great marketer in his own right. And we spoke to a great group of trainers. Hopefully by now you know my name. My name is Sukh Sidhu. I've been in the fitness industry for about 10 years. First as a mobile PT, so going to people's houses, and also seeing people in my warehouse whilst selling women's shoes. So I used to sell women's shoes online and some clothes as well, primarily on eBay, which might be a surprise for some of you. And I know some of you already know this, and I hated it, right? So for about 2 years, I just got my head down and did the work, because without going into too much detail, I was naughty as a kid. I was bad in school. I got suspended a lot of times for fighting. Left school, went to college, did okay in college, but I was out all the time. I was getting in trouble with the police. I was letting my now wife, Amy, down a lot. Let my parents down, my mum especially. So I started this women's shoe business online and just got my head down and just did it because I knew I had to. I knew I owed people that to just get my head down and sort myself out. So whilst I was miserable, I just did it, and I did that for a few years. But it got to a point where I just hated it and I couldn't do it anymore. It was incredibly successful financially, but I loved fitness. I wanted to spend more time doing that, and I hated the shoe business, right? I hated the shoe trade. I was sending out like 200 pairs of shoes a day. I had a massive warehouse. I had 2 guys working for me all day, every day, 14 hours a day. They were getting overtime every single day. We were just packing orders, dealing with customer service, printing labels. I was going buy-in. It was chaos. So it got to Christmas 2012. I was fed up. I was depressed. I'd had enough. I told the 2 lads that were working for me to have 2 weeks off. I had 2 weeks off, just ignored the business completely. For those of you that are familiar with eBay will know that you live and die by your feedback. Got back after 2 weeks to my feedback destroyed. So imagine the amount of customers that I'd ignored. You know, I was sending out 200 orders a day. I'd ignored a lot of people for a long time. My feedback was destroyed. I'd gone from being that guy whose listings were on the front page of eBay day in, day out for women's shoes, really competitive market, really high volume market or niche. I'd gone from being that guy to disappearing off the face of the earth. Like, you couldn't find my listings on eBay. If you dug and dug and dug, they just were nowhere to be seen. And I went down to selling 20 pairs of shoes per day, like that. In the course of a couple of weeks, I had to let my 2 lads go that were working for me. But the reality is, in terms of losing the business, I didn't care. I just did not care one bit about losing out financially, because I'd had enough and I wanted to do something else. And I'll never forget the conversation that I had in the office of that massive warehouse that was now just full of shoes I couldn't sell, with my best friend at the time, Ian. And I simply just said to him, should we open a gym? And he said, yes. So I walked away from that 7-figure retail business. I hate saying that 7-figure, but it's something that people understand. I walked away from that and I opened a gym. And this picture is from one of the free taster nights that we had just before we opened, I'm in the green shirt on the left-hand side, looking young, fresh-faced, innocent, and about 10 kilos lighter than I am now. And that gym quickly grew to something much bigger, 5,000 square foot facility, incredibly successful. I'm over on the right-hand side now, 10 kilos heavier. I've aged about 20 years in the space of 2 years, stressed, but doing well and happier than I was in the shoe business. We opened a second facility, learned a lot of lessons, spread ourselves way too thin, realized the importance of systems and creating an operations manual. And then not too long after we opened the second facility, Ian, my friend and my business partner, sold his shares in the gym, and it kind of stopped being fun. So it stopped being fun for me. So I started looking at other things I could do. I started playing around online, and the first thing I did was copy this guy. So if you know who this guy is, just put in the comments. If you don't, you probably will soon enough, depending on where you are in the world. So I tried to copy Joe Wicks, and I failed. Because what I did was, he has a 90-day plan. So I thought, I'll do a 90-day plan. He sells his 90-day plan for 147. So I sold mine for 147. His plan is you do 30 days, then you submit it, and then you get another 30 days, and you submit it, then you get your final 30 days. So it's like 3 cycles, right? There's no coaching, no support, no accountability, no nothing. So I just did the same. The reality is I sold quite a few. I can't remember what it was. I think maybe around £15,000 worth. I have no idea where that is today. I just lost it all, spending it on things that I didn't understand at the time. But the reality is people bought the program and never even submitted the end of the first 30 days to get their next phase because they were just left to their own devices. So what I did was I refined my service with real people. So what I mean by that is I found 6 people who I wanted to work with, who wanted to work with me. And then I worked with them for free for 12 weeks. So 6 people for 12 weeks. I worked on the phone with some of them. I used email. I used WhatsApp. I used Facebook groups. I used Google Drive. I tried Dropbox. One of the clients I even met once a week to do her progress pictures and her check-in in person every single week, and just did it to test it. And I refined my service. I got these people amazing results and figured out how to actually coach people by coaching people, believe it or not. And that's something that people are really resistant to. Rather than learning, just doing, being logical, think about what you're doing. And that's how I built my business. And now to this day, Project Lean, which is my online fitness business, has helped over 3,458 clients. The reason I say over that many is because my business is set up in a way that when I checked that number this morning, it's probably gone up since then. It's probably gone up while we've been on this training during this introduction, because I've created those systems where I don't have to be there to sign somebody up. I'm no longer the bottleneck in my business, which is what I want for you guys today. And OFB, which is the business that you guys are kind of paying attention to today on this webinar, has helped over 100 trainers build their own online fitness businesses. I've helped people from yoga instructors, nutritionists, physical therapists, people who want to help people lose weight, personal trainers, people who want to help people get stronger, you name it. We now have online fitness businesses for trainers and consultants and health professionals who actually care about helping people doing well. So on a personal level, this is a bit of a random photo. Let me take you back to here. So this is what's happening on a personal level. This is what being an online trainer did for me. This was my reality before going online full time. I was doing the morning shift, getting up at 5:30 every morning, doing a class, doing a few PT clients, getting home, falling asleep on the floor, then going back to the gym at midday, working through till 9 p.m., getting home, falling asleep. I had no time for anyone except my falling asleep with my dog on the floor. My dad was ill. My dad had cancer. Thankfully, he's over that now. But I wasn't getting to see him at all. And it was really, really getting to me. I wasn't seeing my wife. I wasn't seeing my friends. And that's the main reason that I decided I had to make this change. I felt completely alone as a gym owner, which is insane, right? We had over 300 clients across both gyms. I had a team of around 10 trainers, and I was completely on my own. I felt lost. I was just getting up. It was robotic. I felt like I was barely alive. I was just going through the motions day in, day out, missing out on life, and just going through this automatic life that I had no control over. And what going online did for me was give me this. So now I got married. I get to spend more time with my dog, which is the most important thing. And I've got a baby on the way. And I cannot imagine having a daughter and having the life that I have now, or trying to, in my previous life as a gym owner. And I'm not saying people can't do that. Of course they can. There are loads of gym owners who are great parents, have fulfilling lives outside their business, but I know they sacrifice a lot, because I did as well. And I speak to a lot of trainers that do sacrifice a lot and often just suffer in silence and think that it's normal. Like, it's okay to not experience these things outside of work. But the reality is that online coaching has provided us all with an amazing opportunity to get a bit of time back and stop the kind of unsocial hours that being a personal trainer brings. So that's, again, another hope for you is I don't want you to become an online trainer and still be stuck in owning a job. I want you to become an online trainer and build a business so that, you know, you can do whatever the hell you want, like I do. Like, I spend a lot of time at home messing with my dog, like, moment of truth. But it's okay because rather than my job or my work now dictating when I can do things around it, I do it the other way around. So I work when suits my life rather than living when suits my work, if that makes sense. So I hope that's making sense. What I'm going to do just now is I'm just going to jump out and see if I can see any questions. Midget trees, exactly. Callum, amazing how easy it is to fall into the trap being currently spoken about as a PT. Awesome, cool. All right, so let's get back into this. So whilst I've told you those things, how great the opportunity is as an online trainer, here's the truth though, because I don't want to kind of be that guy who sells you a dream. This is not a 4-hour work week, lie on the beach, making millions on autopilot type deal. That ain't going to happen. And I'm sure a lot of you guys will be on this webinar with me because you are sick of seeing that shit as much as I'm sick of it. So I am not here about to tell you that you can just make loads of money, have all the stuff that I just showed you without doing the work. All right. I still work plenty, and you will likely have to do that as well. Secondly, you have to actually be able to help people. No business model will make up for you being a bad trainer or a bad coach. If you can't help people, you may get away with it for a month or a couple of months, but you'll never build a business unless you have a multi-million-pound marketing and PR machine behind you, like trainers that I may have shown pictures of already in this presentation. Again, you will have to work, just like in any business. I have no idea where this, in fact, I do have an idea. I hate this kind of notion that we can all be successful, earn loads of money, have complete freedom, and we don't have to try hard. Because honestly, it's rubbish, right? We're going to have to spend periods of time in our business where we work hard, especially at the beginning, while we build everything. And if you have, I'm quite an ambitious person. Not everybody is. I'm ambitious. I'm quite driven. I want to continue growing. I want to scale my business. And I've got no doubt eventually I will get to a point where I'm like, okay, cool, and I can calm down a bit. But until you get to that place, you're going to have to work. You're going to have to push. You're going to have to drive until you get to a place where you're like, okay, cool, I'm at my comfort number in terms of income. Like, I can pay my bills. I'm not stressing. I'm not worried. And once you get there, you might be just think, cool, I'm going to stay here and I'm not going to add to my workload. A lot of you, I guarantee you, will get there, maybe stay there for a bit, but eventually will probably want to push on. Another big reality, and I've not spoke about this in trainings before, but I will be a lot more now. For consistent, reliable income, you will have to implement systems into your business. You cannot keep winging it. You cannot just keep doing loads of stuff. Okay, we have to turn all the things that work, we have to put into systems so they are working all the time for us. They're doing the heavy lifting, because if we don't put these systems into place, they're predictable, they're repeatable, they're consistent, then we're always only going to be a few months away from like disaster. All right. Again, it comes back to getting out of that feast and famine cycle of having one great month, one bad month, one great month, one bad month, and just having a good month and growing month on month on month on month. Some months, like, let's be realistic, something might go wrong, right? But we should have systems in place where our lead generation is reliable and we know how many of those leads we will convert every month. So even if more clients than usual leave us one month, we know that we're going to bring in a certain amount of clients the following month to kind of compensate. So we need to start systemizing things. Don't be scared of that, because I'm going to just talk to you about it really simply today. And then a massive dose of reality. And I only say these things so that you're aware, because I know that if you're aware, you're more likely to do well. So most people who watch webinars, pay coaches, buy courses, don't make any money because they don't implement. It's a shame, and I hope you're not like that, but it's the reality. And I'm not here to trick you. Like, what is the point in me lying to you? I know there's more chance of you doing well, us building a relationship, and who knows, you may be working with me in the future if I just tell you the truth. So only a few of you will be successful in this world, as in the online fitness space. If you take action, you'll be one of them. All right. So again, I'm just telling you that so you are aware. If you're aware, you're more likely to do what I'm telling you to do and be successful. So the first two things we're going to go into are attract and convert. I'm going to show you or talk to you about how to understand, attract, and sell to your audience. I'm going to teach you something that, again, I've not taught recently. I'm going to show you how to add an automated marketing and selling to your business. Completely made up statistic, but I bet it's quite accurate. 95% of trainers can't get their head around this bit, and it's really simple. So the majority of trainers that I see trying to do well online are just throwing mud at a wall and seeing what sticks constantly, but they're not even paying attention to what sticks. They're just churning out content, which is great, right? But they can't like take that content and put it into a system and, deduct from that how many leads they're going to get every single time they put content out. It's not a system. It's not automated. They're the bottleneck. They're the ones that are having to be online 24/7 if they want to make sales. It's really simple to get out of that. And again, I'm going to show you how. I'm going to simplify it for you in just a moment. So most people just aren't systemizing things. They're not automating things. They're just constantly trying to shout at people online. That's how I see it. Shouting their services at people on Facebook and hoping that somebody buys from them. And again, talking about automation, I'm going to show you how to make sales and collect applications without you having to be online 24 hours a day. Again, that reverts back to you not being the bottleneck in your business. If people can only buy things from you and can only apply for things when you're online or by having a conversation with you first, you're stopping your business from scaling. So again, I'm going to talk to you guys about getting out of that. And then again, I'm going to give you a very simple business model for your situation right now, so you can start getting new clients. Okay, guys, so are you red or green? I'm going to explain to you what this means in front of you, and then I want you guys to think about it. What I'll do is I'll check the comments as well to see whether you are red or green and where you're at with these things in your business. So starting on the left-hand side, let's look at attract. So we've got attract. On the left-hand side, we have organic. And on the right-hand side of attract, we have automated. So what we're going to do is we're going to rank how you're doing with these two sides of attracting leads into your business right now. And this is going to probably be eye-opening to a lot of people who think they're doing okay, or who knows, maybe even it may even show that you're doing really well. So in terms of organic, that's the content marketing, the Instagram, the Facebook post, the article writing, live videos, just the content that you churn out day in, day out, adding value, helping people, speaking to people, which is all good, right? And I'll never encourage you to stop doing that. People who do that and do automated always win. So, but what we need to do is we need to find out how well that's working. So what I want you to do is, if you are attracting 10 leads per week via the organic manual work that you are doing, so that content that you're churning out, 10 leads per week consistently, and you've been doing that for the last 2 months, then you're a green. That's really good going. 10 leads a week just off the back of creating content, week in, week out, consistently for, let's say, the last 2 months. Cool, give yourself a green. If you're not doing that, then give yourself a red. Or if you're in a position where you have no idea, give yourself a red. If you are some weeks, some leads, some week not, or it's inconsistent, red again. But if consistently you're creating 10 leads every single week from your organic content, and when I'm talking leads, I'm talking capturing email addresses, phone numbers, or that kind of thing, like genuine leads. If you're attracting that many leads organically, great, it's green. If not, color it red. If you've not got a pen and paper with you, just do it in your head. I rhymed. So that's organic, red or green. Which one are you? Do me a favor and just put that in the comments box, and I will check in a moment. So let's move over to the right-hand side of a track. That's automated. So for the automated section, firstly, have you got an automated system in place for attracting leads? If not, unfortunately, that's red straight away because it's not in place yet, right? If you have one in place, great. I'd say just having one in place would probably be an amber, but I haven't wrote amber on this. Having one in place and generating 3 to 5 leads per day, that'd be a green. That's pretty good going. So give yourself a green or a red, or maybe even an amber for automated lead generation. So if you have a system in place for generating leads, that's an amber. If you don't, that's a red. If you have a system in place that's automated, so I'm talking like Facebook campaigns that leads are coming into your business every single day. If 3 to 5 new leads are coming into your business every single day in an automated fashion where you don't have to do anything, then that's a green. All right. So just nominate a color for yourself for that. And I will check out your comments now. Let's see where you guys are at. Dominic, automated green, awesome. Callum, no system in place. Catherine, red, red. Green, organic, awesome. Red, red, red. Cool. Red, both. Red, automated, red. So whilst there are a couple of greens, I think 2, the overwhelming majority is red, right? Don't worry, Jeff, green, awesome. Don't worry about that. I'm not 100% not scaremongering you or trying to, because the reality is we're a couple of steps away from turning everything green. So let's go over to convert. So thinking about convert, we've got manual on the left and automated on the right. So very similar again. So convert, let's talk about manual first. Manual is you having conversations with people basically and turning them into clients. So we're talking Facebook direct messenger, Instagram direct messenger, text, WhatsApp, email, phone calls, all that kind of stuff. If you're doing that, great, but unfortunately just doing it doesn't get you a green. If you are doing that and you are signing up, let's say 2 clients per week. So if you're signing up 2 clients per week just by grinding, speaking to people, getting people on the phone manually, awesome, give yourself a green. And I'm talking consistently for the last 2 months, remember? So for the last 2 months, if you consistently, brought in 2 people per week to your business, manually grinding, awesome, that's good going, that's a green. And again, don't stop doing that. Again, people who do organic and manual and the automated stuff win, always. So give yourself a green if you're doing that. If you're generating 2 clients per week, so we're talking about actually paying clients now. If you generate 2 paying clients per week from manual graft, talking to people, texting people, WhatsApping people, emailing people, having conversations on the phone, awesome. If you're not doing 2 per week consistently and you haven't been doing it for the last 2 months, red. If you think you're somewhere in the middle, feel free to designate yourself an amber. And now moving on to automated. So automated is people being able to buy from you or complete an in-depth application form and tell you a lot about themselves without speaking to you, without any personal interaction with you whatsoever. So it's not just a lead. I know filling out an application form may sound like a lead, but I'm not talking just a name and email address. I'm talking filling out an in-depth application form to get to the point where if you do jump on the phone or if you do have to close it by email, then it's just literally cool, you qualify, let's have a quick chat, pay me. All right, without sounding too crude. And the other side of automated selling is people being able to buy your product without a conversation. So I have a £97 product, a 6-week challenge that people can just go and buy. There is no interaction required from me ever. That does not to mean they can't have. They can if they want, but they don't have to. They could decide to message me before they buy, that's fine, but they wouldn't have to. So if you are making 10 sales per month in an automated fashion, and you have been for the last 2 months, awesome. And that's people just buying from you with zero interaction with you. The kind of people where you've never seen their name before and they buy something from you. The kind of people who fill in an in-depth application form that you didn't even know were paying attention to you. So if you've had 10 of those a month consistently for the last 2 or 3 months, awesome, give yourself a green. If you don't have an automated system in place whatsoever, give yourself a red. And if you feel, again, if you're somewhere in the middle and you're desperate to give yourself an amber, feel free to do so. So let's check the comments again and see where you guys are at. Kerry, green, offline, amber, on manual convert, good. Red online, better offline. Red and green, red and red, green, Jeff, I saw that one before. Automated conversions, red, Dominic. Cool. So again, overwhelmingly red. And just so you guys are aware, so are most people. So this is what I see from most people. Apologies if the writing's a little bit blurred, is red. But what you guys have got to keep in mind and not get disheartened about is the fact that you're only 4 steps away from changing that completely. So if we improve our organic, content and kind of put it into a better structure, that goes green very quickly. Same with the automated system. We just have to plug and play an automated lead generation funnel. That sounds super scary. It's so easy. I'm going to give you one today. I'm going to tell you how it works. I'm going to give you an example of one of my students at the minute, and it's just 2 Facebook adverts, right? I'm going to tell you how you can supercharge it as well. In terms of converting clients manually, you guys know what I'm talking about. So the manual conversion is what a lot of us do. Okay, right? We grind, we talk to people, we can do that okay. The automated one is what hardly anybody has in place. It's the one where I can sign up clients now while I'm on this webinar for you, on this webinar with you, that have never ever spoke to me before. They could have come into my business yesterday, watched a video, then they've seen another ad to apply for a free challenge. They've done the free challenge, and then they've bought off the back of that free challenge a paid service, or they've filled in an application form for a higher level service. And that entire route, I haven't even spoke to them. So that's where we need to get you guys to. Don't be overwhelmed. It's 4 steps. And the reality is that the automation of lead generation and sales kind of blends in. It's kind of one thing. We don't have to implement everything at once either. So organic attraction. I'm just going to give you guys now a really simple overview of what you should be doing day in, day out if you want to really, really supercharge what you do organically in terms of getting clients. All right. Just to give you guys a heads up, I did this. I was guilty of not having any systemization for like the first 12 months of my online business. And I did very well because I did this. I did organic better than most. Well, I'm not going to say better than anyone, but I did it to a point where I could sell my gyms, get married, go on honeymoon for a month, and, you know, chill. And my life is okay. Bought some douchey things. So you can do just great with organic as long as you're relentless with it, right? As long as you're consistent day in, day out, as long as you're showing up. High workload, but high payoff. So lead generation is all about creating content when we're talking about organic, so organic attraction. So I'm just going to give you a basic structure and then I'm going to tell you why. All right, so the why and the how is very important. But for now, really basic structure. Here we go. Facebook profile, 3 posts per day. I'm going to go into more depth, into more detail in that in a moment. Facebook business page, 1 post per day. Instagram, 3 posts per day. Then we're going to do a mixture of topics, mixture of types, and we're going to interact with others. All right, so let's go into more detail. The first one, Facebook profile, 3 posts per day. Talking about mixtures of topics, mixtures of types. What I hate to see is just trainers shoving information down people's throats. It doesn't work, all right? I'm all for educating people, but if you're just talking at people in 3 posts every single day, people are just going to switch off. So those 3 posts per day are going to be a mix of personal stuff. If you go on my profile, I don't use organic that much anymore. I don't need to, and I've decided not to. But when I was doing this well, you would have seen a post about family or my life outside of health and fitness. So it might have been a picture of me and my dog. I've already shared something like that with you guys in this webinar. Picture of me and my dog. Maybe something to do with a film I'm watching, sports, something to do with me and my wife, my family, because they're the other things that are important to me, right? I'm very much a homebody. I'm a family person. So I speak about that stuff as well, because that's me. So people who are like me and align with those things as well will pay attention. So that's one type of content, your stuff, your personal stuff. The other stuff is about your service, right? We're not just going to, again, shove information down people's throats. We're going to tell stories about how, you know, what we do relates to our audience. We're going to share fun stuff, funny stuff, videos, live videos, memes, all related around the service that we provide. Big note, and I want you to pay attention to this. Do not create content to get chufties from your peers. I don't know if all of you guys will know what chufties means, depending on where you are in the world, but we're not here to just impress people in our industry, because the likelihood is they're not going to buy from most of us. Like some of you guys, and I work with some people in our industry, I work with other trainers, but the majority of our audience aren't in the fitness industry. So stop, please, creating content that's going to get us high fives from fellow trainers, because that's not what we need. We need sales from regular people, the majority of us anyway. I know I'm generalizing quite a bit. So talk to your audience. Again, I'm going to show you how to do that in a minute. So that's your Facebook profile, mixture of topics, mixture of types, memes, questions, short posts, long posts, videos, live videos. You can add GIFs now. I'm not sure if you can do GIFs in main posts. Those big, colorful background posts you can do now. So mix it up. Facebook page, 1 post per day. It can be one of those pieces of content from your Facebook personal profile. Just one decent piece of content per day, just in case somebody visits your Facebook profile. No, it's not going to get a lot of reach. No, it probably won't get a lot of interaction. But your Facebook page nowadays is there so that you can run paid for marketing campaigns, and just in case people visit it. It's like a brochure, right? Just make sure there's something there regularly in case people go to it. Again, this is something that you won't have to do forever. I don't do that anymore. But initially, I think everybody should do this at first for 6 months, just grind. Then we move on to Instagram. Again, for 30 days, just post 3 times a day. A picture of something that you eat that day. If you help people with yoga, a picture of a pose. if you help people get stronger, a video of a lift. I think I've just done 3. There's 3 posts: a recipe or just a picture of food, a stretch, a live picture, a video lifting something. Really simple, keep it quick. Like I just do when you get to the gym, take a photo, do a quick video. When you eat, take a photo, then it's done. And then the final point on this page, interacting with others. And this is all about improving your visibility and ranking on Facebook. So if anybody talks to you on your post, leaves comments, comment back, like everything. Not only that, talk to people on their posts as well. Interact, leave comments, talk to people, message people, build relationships. It's all going to help you with your visibility on Facebook and just build relationships as well and build your network. So in terms of how to create good content for our audience, I'm going to give you 2 simple content systems. Some of you guys will be familiar with these 2 systems already, but good. Let's drill them in. So first one is my list system. So what you're going to do, you're going to create a list. Here's one of mine, 10 oversimplified ways to get lean that will work for everyone. Yours could be 10 oversimplified ways to get stronger that will work for everyone, to get faster, to punch harder, to lose weight, like whatever, right? Write a list of 10 things. What I'm going to do then is, say if I post this on a Sunday, on the Monday, I'm going to come to this list. I'm going to look at step 1. It's walk 10K steps per day. And then on the Monday, I'm going to do a post about walking that's more in depth. Then on the Tuesday, I'm going to go to point 2. I'm going to write a post about exercise. And on the Wednesday, I'm going to write a post about calories. I'm going to go down the list day by day and just make a more in-depth piece of content on each thing. And then when I get to point number 10, I'm going to write a post about the benefits of working with a coach or something along those lines. And then you can either write a new list or go back to the beginning and write something different to do with walking, the importance of walking steps, or whatever your service may be, whatever your bullet points may be. You will have months and months of content just from creating one list. So do that. Genuinely, how simple is that? How many people are ignoring this because they think it's too simple? A lot, I bet. So first, really simple system. The issue with this is it's not really going to speak to people on an emotional level, right? It's very much matter of fact stuff. So we want to dive a little bit deeper. So here's one system for creating an absolute ton of content. Let's dive a little bit deeper and talk about understanding your audience. Why do they need help? What are they struggling with? What are they unhappy with? What do they want? And why aren't they already there? So every time I speak to someone, so whether that be in a phone call or in my groups, I get them to answer these 3 questions. Why do they want my help? Where are they right now? What are they unhappy with? And then I ask them where they want to get to. In 6 months' time, ideal situation, if everything goes to plan, what do you hope to have achieved? And then the third point, why aren't they already there? What obstacles do they come across in day-to-day life that they think stops them from achieving their goals? And then we can create content that speaks to them. So for example, I have a client called Sarah, right? And where she was before she started working with me was she tried all the diets going. Aloe vera gel, clean 9, clean eating, paleo, everything, right? She had no idea what to do. She was insecure about her body. She hadn't wore a bikini in 10 years. She didn't have any full-length pictures taken with her daughter since her daughter was born. So these are all things that are really powerful, right? Where did she want to get to? She wanted to be confident. She wanted abs. In fact, that was one of her big goals. She wanted abs. She wanted to be more confident. She was going away and she wanted to wear a bikini. She wanted more pictures with her daughter. And all these things are just light bulb moments in my head because I'm thinking she will not be the only other mum in the world that avoids getting their picture taken with their kids because they're insecure about how they look on camera. And that's a big deal, right? Like, they probably don't realize how big a deal it is, but if you say it and then they read that, they're going to be like, shit, that's me. He's talking to me. So if you can better understand your audience by asking these 3 questions, then you're just going to be able to meet them where they're at and have the conversation with them that they don't even know they're having in their own head. and it's so powerful. So there's 2 systems for creating content. Just a little side note, if one of you guys could remind me at the end of this webinar, I will give you guys the slides for this webinar. And I also have a content workbook that I give my students that is huge. It's awesome, right? I've used it for my businesses. If you remind me at the end in the Q&A, I will send you guys those 2 things. So the slides and the content workbook will be yours at the end. If you stick around, somebody just remind me in the comments at the end. So in terms of creating an organic conversion system, so this is you doing the manual graft, right? So what we want to do is we want to create all that content. We're doing really well attracting people into our system. They're engaging with our stuff. But we want to convert those people into leads and ultimately clients, right? So what we're going to do, again, a lot of you guys will be familiar with my Curious Student method. I'm not going to take complete credit for it. It's a marketer called Dan Henry, and I adapted it for the fitness stuff. So my Curious Student method, or running free challenges. So what you're going to do, this Curious Student post that I'm going to give you in a moment, is you're going to post it everywhere. So everywhere you interact with people, Facebook, Instagram, Facebook page, Twitter, email, everywhere, you're going to post this Curious Student post. You're also going to reach out privately to people you have worked with or helped in the past who have shown interest in you helping them. And you're going to post it again, just stick to this schedule, right? For 1 week, you're going to post it on Monday, 8 p.m., Wednesday, 8 p.m., Friday, 3 p.m., Sunday, 8 p.m. You're not going to stop doing your regular content, because if you just start slamming this Curious Student post down everyone's throat without adding any value and stopping your other stuff, so your personal stuff, stopping adding value, again, people will switch off. So this won't be too much. Don't worry about overwhelming people. As long as you're doing your other stuff, you will get a ton of leads into your system that we can then turn into clients. So, courtesy of Dan Henry, give him credit. The Curious Student post, again, this is so simple but so powerful. And here it is. So this is exactly what you're going to post. I'm creating a new nutrition / exercise / weight loss program. You don't have to write all those 3 things. If you help people with mobility, write mobility program. You help people get stronger, put strength program, just whatever it is that you do. So I'm creating a new X, whatever it is, program. Before I start charging for it, I need someone who is willing to let me test and refine what I've created so far by taking part. I won't charge for my time. Please don't change this. It is so good because it shows humility. People will not have their guard up because you've already said, I'm not going to charge for my time, and you're asking for help. People will want to help you, right? I need someone to help me do this, and there's something in it for them. So it just works really well. It's genius, in fact. And just to give you some examples of how genius it is, left to right, on the left, this was in December. In fact, the left one and the middle one was. Some of you followed my instructions and just posted the Curious Student post. Like I said, they have 20 people to start in their first online training group. How amazing is that? Do you want 20 people in a free challenge tomorrow? Because you can. You just post that post, right? And that person just posted it once. They posted it once, got 20 people in a free challenge group. I didn't follow up with them to find out how many clients they got from that. But if they did it right, or if they would have become a student of mine, they would have got 5 to 10 paying clients off the back of that. Middle one, again, just actions, some things from Sukh Sidhu webinar, and so far have 11 people in my group, Chunky to Hunky, which is an amazing name, right? So again, 11, who wants 11 people straight after this webinar in their business? Of course you do. One thing I just want to say really quick, the reason I'm giving you guys examples and case studies of what people have done is because that's people learn better that way, right? So I think it's Harvard Business School teach their course 100% via case studies. So why wouldn't I follow suit? So just a little sidetrack. That's why we're trying to teach more and more using case studies, because hopefully you guys will learn and take this in even more. So moving over to the right-hand side, this is an actual post that somebody posted based on what they saw me teaching. So they changed the curious student post, but they got away with it because this person is insanely consistent with the content they create. Their organic content is just awesome, or it used to be. So they changed it. Their copy is good as well. It is really good. And if you look in the bottom right-hand corner, 68 applications. 68 people wanted in. So if you do that content system consistently for like 30 days, or if you already create content consistently, and then you do a curious student post 4 times in 1 week, you're going to get a ton of people into a free challenge that you can then turn into paying clients, which I'm going to show you how to do in a minute. Remember, this is all still organic. So we're still manually building our business. So again, here's an example. At the top, it's a guy called Liam, who hadn't posted on Facebook for, I think, 6 months. I advised him not to post a curious student post yet and to churn out some content first. He ignored me, but he's still got 7 people apply. The one in the middle, 22 comments. Again, and there's the post word for word. Awesome. And at the bottom, this is Jack, who's one of my students now. I spoke to him on Skype before he became a student. He posted the post on Instagram. He had 20 inquiries in 20 minutes and took the post down. So it works. And an example from Thursday this week, this is my student, Jack. We're currently testing the curious student post as an advert in my course. And he did it. As you can see, here's feedback. Dude, no joking, your curious student post as an ad is going bananas. This is without even posting to my own network or my personal profile. And then he tells me, awesome, which is always nice to hear. And I think, so James got 20 people in a free challenge from an ad for £35. So basically, all he needs to do is turn one of those people into a client at the end, and he's made money. But he's then also going to start posting it on his personal profile. And again, he'll double that. He'll get 40 to 50 people in his free challenge. And because he's a student of mine and knows what he's doing, he'll get 10 to 15 new paying clients at the end of his 28-day challenge, which is what he's doing. So it works. So what about tire kickers? Don't be that guy. So what I hate is people who think they are too good to offer something for free. You have to get out of that mentality. Please don't be that guy. Please don't just search for short-term gratification or instant gratification where you think you deserve money now. Because maybe you do, right? In fact, I'm sure you do. I'm sure you're a great trainer. I think I'm a great trainer. I've also got a lot of experience, a ton of clients. I've helped thousands of people. I still help people for free. I still have a free program because it helps build our business at scale. All right. So I'm going to give you an example of how valuable helping people for free can be in a way that isn't related directly to the fitness business. So this is one of my students, Raul. The first thing, so I'll read it word for word. My first exposure to Sukh was some free advice that literally got me over 300 leads. So Raul is a gym owner, and he had a gym similar to mine. And rather just not help him for free, I just showed him an ad that I was doing, helped him. He absolutely crushed it, used it way better than I ever used it, and got 300 leads, right? From that, he wanted to work with me. So he was like, dude, do my Facebook ads for me. I couldn't because I'm not a Facebook ads guy. So I directed him to my friend, Stephen Craven, who does Facebook marketing for me and is the in-house Facebook guy on the OFB course. I sent him his direction. He ended up working with Stephen on his course that is £750 or something like that. Bought Stephen's course. And then further down the line, he decided he wanted to go online and he bought my course. So from helping this guy for free, it led to Stephen getting paid and me getting paid and Raul getting help. So don't think that you're above getting paid, and don't be so short-sighted as to think that it has no value, or don't think that you're not getting paid from doing free work, because you will in the long run if you have the right mentality about it. And if you give value and get results up front, you're going to grow. You're going to build your business so much quicker than trying to be that guy who thinks they're so good at writing an ebook that people should pay for it. I'm not saying paid ebooks are a bad thing. They're great. But Like I know someone who has no experience I know people who have no experience writing, no following, who thinks that people should pay them for everything, right? And they're struggling to build their business. So give value, add value. Don't be afraid to use this Curious Student post and and bring people into your business for free, because it's going to give you the opportunity to sell to them. So organic conversion continued. So once we get people into this free program, the goal is to help them and obviously to help us build our business and earn a living, right? We want to make money. As again, let's not beat around the bush. We want to make money. I'm kind of fed up of people pretending that they're not sales. They don't want to be salesy. They don't want to sell to people. They don't want to make money. They only care about helping people. Guess what? You can't help people if you don't sell and if you don't make money. If you don't make any money, then you can't carry on doing this. So let's talk about how we're going to convert those free challenge people or free period people into paying clients. What most of you are going to do is upsell people into one-to-one coaching. So from that free challenge, this is just a guide around price. You can charge whatever the hell you want. In my course, I give a based on how many people you want to work with, how much work you want to do, and how comfortable you are with selling, and how much money you want to earn. And there's a little calculation for that. But right now, as a general rule of thumb, £97 to £197 per month, or if you're in America, $147 to $300 per month. You can package that as a 12-week program or monthly coach. It's entirely up to you, but that's the goal, right? Simple, lean, elegant. We're taking people from content to a free challenge to seeing if they want more help. All right. So how to do that? How to upsell? Always be selling, right? So this is why you should always be dropping in success stories from paying clients or past paying clients if possible into your free challenges, just making people aware casually that they can work with you on a higher level. So this client, I give you guys at the beginning an overview of the selling method that I have. Here's what I do to sell to people. When they start the free challenge, I let them know that as a bonus, they're going to get a free assessment call at the end of the free challenge. That immediately makes them want to get on the phone with me rather than me going, get on the phone with me. Who wants to jump on the phone? Because if I just have to do that at the end, they're going to just know that I'm just going to sell my stuff, right? So at the beginning, I frame the call by saying, as a bonus for taking part in this free challenge, I'm going to give you a free assessment call at the end of the program. So they already expect and want and are excited about getting this free assessment call at the end. During the free challenge, I'm getting them results. They're having a good time. They're learning, they're being educated. I'm positioning myself as an expert and authority, building relationships, building that trust. But I'm also just dropping in results, right? So, hey guys, this is one of my VIP clients, so-and-so. I think this might help, and share a story. This is one of my clients, so-and-so. She was struggling with this, and I think some of you guys are struggling with it or have struggled with it. This is how she managed to turn it around. And, this is where you guys can get to if that's something you want. So just constantly dropping in the fact that, hey, just so you know, there is a next level. You can pay me money, right? You can get even better results. And I'm also going to be being honest with them throughout that free challenge. I'm going to be like, listen, this is 14 days. I'm going to help you so much. I'm going to get you amazing results. You're going to love it. We're going to have some fun. We're going to be happy, build some confidence. And like I said, get results in 14 days. But I've only got you for 14 days. So whilst we still will get great results, I need you to be active and pay attention, because I'm going to be teaching you how to get results long term. And by talking about that constantly and being honest and saying, listen, yeah, we'll get results short term, but you need to learn so you can get results long term. It means they're going to pay attention. If you tell them that by paying attention, they're going to get better results, they're more likely to pay attention. Then what we can do is towards the end of the free challenge or the free period, you can say, listen, there's a really important video coming up. It's a debrief video. In this debrief video, I'm going to tell you how to get results long term. I'm going to give you a guide that's going to show you how to work out, let's say, your nutrition or your strength programming yourself, so that you can so that you avoid the rebound, or so that you don't just go off track and this isn't just another one of those programs that you do and then just forget about and go back to your old self. So you frame this debrief video as the most important video they will ever watch. And in that debrief video, you're going to post it in, say, a Facebook group. I'll go into how to deliver these services in more depth in a minute. But let's say we put it into a Facebook group. In that video, we're going to be excited. We're going to have loads of energy. We're going to congratulate everyone, thank everyone. We're going to give people a couple of tips for getting results long term. And then again, we're going to be honest. All right. So we're going to say, here's how you can get results long term. A couple of very brief tips, 2 or 3, and then go. So whilst it is possible to get results long term on your own, it will be difficult. I can tell you that with all honesty, because the reality is, if it wasn't difficult, you'd already be where you want to be. So if you want to make success more likely, and you want to speed up the process and avoid all the trial and error, then here's what I have for you. And then you can offer your next step as the solution. And if you want to offer a special offer or anything like that, then that's fine. But what I would do is just list some improvements and benefits and why, it's beneficial for the people to take part, and then ask them to comment below. So comment below if you're interested and we'll chat. Do that. Speak to everyone. Even if people don't comment, message everyone to get them on the phone or to book in their assessment call. Then on the phone call, chat to them, congratulate them, thank them for taking part, and then, tell them about how they can carry on getting results long term with your next step. And the beauty is they already like you, they already trust you, you've already shown your worth, you've got the results up front, they already know what the next step is, and they already want to talk to you on the phone. So the phone call isn't a sale. The phone call is just you finding out, are they a good fit? And then finding out a little bit more about the program. That's it. So the whole point of a free program is to sell. Sell yourself, sell what you do, sell your knowledge, sell your results. You can get people. Always be selling, not in a in-your-face kind of way, just hey, I'm good at what I do. Like, I know how to help people. I know my shit. And because you've got their attention, right? You're never going to have people's attention as much as you have it during these free challenges, whether they be 10 days, 14 days, 28 days. You'll never have their attention again unless they become a paying client. So use that attention. Again, ask everyone who's interested in the special offer or the next step that you mentioned in the debrief video to comment below or message you to set up a no pressure call. But just say, so all I would say is comment below if you're interested. But anyway, DM every single participant. Get them booked in for that assessment call. Anybody who doesn't buy the next step, follow up 2 weeks later with every single one of them. And then 30 days after that, if anybody hasn't signed up still, follow up. 30 days after that, follow up. Your business will be built and your income will grow exponentially if you practice that follow-up. The money is in the follow-up. You should write that. If you've got a whiteboard, the money is in the follow-up on your whiteboard. Anybody who ever comes into your ecosystem, you should be following up with them consistently, month in, month out. I'm not saying buy my shit, buy my shit, buy my shit. How are you doing? How are you getting on? Are you still doing okay? Do you want any more help? Do you want to chat again? Just having a conversation, seeing what's going on in their life. And if it seems like they would benefit from your help, ask them if they want it. Easy. The people that follow up will build their businesses fastest and will build the biggest businesses. So always follow up. So before I go into automated attraction and conversion, let me see what you guys think about what I've just been talking about. Jab, 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 right hook. Can you guys all still hear me? Just let me know. Gary Joe. Yes, Gary, you're in all my webinars, buddy. I love it. Anton, jab, 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 right hook. Exactly, buddy. Gary V Classic. So if you guys could just let me know if you can hear me. Give me a little comment. And if you guys are getting some value from this, just let me know as well. Shiggy can still hear me. Thanks for still being here. Trevor, awesome, awesome. Cool. Okay, let's crack on, guys. Thank you for... All makes good sense, just takes effort. All good things in life do, my friend. Kate, yes. Samir, all clear. Good, guys. Awesome. Remember what I said at the beginning about simple? It's powerful, right? I'm not here to impress you. I'm here to help you. All right. So what you just got a little sneaky glimpse at then was automated attraction and conversion. All right. So I want to pre-frame this by saying, please don't get overwhelmed because it's so simple. What I don't want you to do right now is just lose your shit at words like attraction, conversion, and automated, and systems, and email marketing, and funnels. All scary words that, like, there's no point in getting overwhelmed, right? I'm going to show you 2 steps to building this out in a moment with an example of one of my students' adverts. All right. So here's what we need to have running for automated attraction. All right. So now what I'm talking about is Facebook ads. All right. So again, please don't get overwhelmed. Let's just go through it step by step. Ads running regularly for engagement. And that's just going to build our warm audience. So what I'm talking about is 1 new ad-worthy piece of content per week, preferably video, targeting a broad but specific audience. We'll talk about that in a second. So what I want you to do is, remember earlier, I spoke about 1 piece of content per day on your Facebook page. That can be anything, right? Just anything that you're already posting on your Facebook profile. Take 1 of those things each day and just, put it on your Facebook page. It doesn't have to be fantastic, all right? But once per week, what I would love for you to do is create a piece of content that is really good. Ideally, what I want that to be is a 2-minute video. Remember that list that I showed you earlier? The 10 oversimplified ways to get lean that will work for everyone. So my list, once you do that list, that can be your first video. So a video saying, just me on camera, 10 oversimplified ways to get lean that will work for anyone. Number 1, X. Number 2, Y, etc., etc., etc. I don't know why I started X then. Number 1, A. You know what I mean. So that can be a video. Just the video content just needs to be stuff that you believe in regards to what you help people with. And what I mean by that is, if you help people lose weight and you believe in clean eating, then talk about that. If you help people lose weight and you believe in intermittent fasting, talk about that. If you help people lose weight, you believe in flexible dieting and if it fits your macros, talk about that. What we're going to do with that is help people align with us. So we're going to attract people that already kind of know some stuff, kind of know the types of content they'll align with but aren't sure. But if they see you talking with it or talking about it, they'll become aligned with you more powerfully. Hope that makes sense. So 1 video ideally per week that's less than 2 minutes long. All right. And again, I'm going to show you an example of this in a moment. It can be so simple. Like if you help people get strong, it can be talking about bench press. If you help people get stronger, it can be talking about squatting. If you help people punch harder, it can be talking about rotating your hips correctly. It can be basic. So 1 video per week that's less than 2 minutes that we can boost or do a proper Facebook ad with that's going to help us grow our audience. So we're going to target, I've put a broad but specific audience. Sounds very weird, right? So what I'm talking about is if you help, in fact, I'm going to talk to you about the mistakes people often make. The mistake people make is they put too many audience types or conditions on their audiences within Facebook. So it'll be women between 30 and 40 who like the body coach, who like Slimming World, who like X, who like Y, who live here, who love this, who do this for a living, who have this many kids, who earn this much. Stop doing that. Right now, please stop doing that. Target women. So if your audience is women who are 30 to 40 years old, who want to lose weight, target women who are 30 to 40 years old who are interested in one thing to do with weight loss. That's it. And what your content will do, what that video will do, is refine your audience for you. People who aren't interested in your shit won't watch. People who are interested in your shit will watch. And Facebook will do the refinement for us. It's magic. And so will our content. So what that video will do is people who are already slightly aligned with what we're about will become more aligned, and the people who aren't ideal clients anyway will just ignore us, which is fine. All right. And what we're going to do is everybody who engages with our page, engages with our content, is on our email list. If you have an email list, watches your videos, we're going to target them with a Facebook advert for a free challenge. And again, I'm going to show you this in a second. So again, the people who, this audience that we're building with our first ad, so that first level of Facebook ad is just building that warm audience forever. You can have that running for as little as £1 per day. That's just constantly on, building and building and building. And by the way, if you create a winner that goes really well, you don't have to change it, like ever. Like Steven, the Facebook ads guy on the course, the Facebook ads guy, what a title. He had a piece of content, a video running for 4 months because it worked so well. He had it on, in 4 months, he spent like £100, £150, maybe a bit more. Say that's £200. And it had something like 30,000 views. Like it just went wild, right? So he just kept it running. He didn't even do any more videos, didn't create any more content. He just ran that for 4 months. And it built a warm audience of 30,000 people who then he could target with his next step. So the next advert is only going to be shown to people who we know are interested in what we have to say, right? Again, don't get overwhelmed by this. I'm going to show you what I mean in a minute with a couple of examples. So everyone who we know is aligned with us because they engage with our page, and we do this targeting within Facebook. So we target people who are engaged with our page, who are on our list, who have watched, let's say, 50% of our video. We're going to target them with a free challenge. You do all that within Facebook. And then everybody who takes part in the free challenge, we're going to show them an advert for one-to-one coaching on top of the manual conversion methods that we spoke about earlier. So as well as that debrief video, as well as that following up manually, as well as that one-to-one interaction, they're now also going to have this advert on their Facebook that they're going to see all the time saying, congratulations, you crushed it on your free challenge. Let's get you involved in the next step on. So my one-to-one coaching program is called Project Lean VIP. So it could say, let's get you enrolled on Project Lean VIP so you can continue getting the amazing results that you got in Project Lean Lifestyle, and make these results last forever, or whatever it may be, right? So it's going to be specific to people who have done your free challenge, and it's going to convert like gangbusters because they're talking to you manually. You have their attention within the group. Now they're seeing your Facebook advert as well as your organic content. Like, you're going to be everywhere, right? And a lot of people think that their business can be built upon one good Facebook ad, and sometimes people can do well off one good Facebook ad. But if you've got that Facebook ad running while you have people's attention, while you're still churning out that organic content, it all comes together to create incredibly powerful campaigns. And then if we add on top of that an email sequence, again, don't get too overwhelmed by this. I'm not going to go into too much detail. So if you've got that advert running, if you've got those manual conversion methods running, that debrief video, the following up with people via Messenger, if your organic content is going out and everybody that gave you their email address to take part in your free challenge now goes into an email sequence that sells them one-to-one coaching, or, one email per day for 7 to 10 days that, tries to get them to buy your one-to-one coaching, they're now seeing this amazing next step from organic conversion within the group where you have all their attention, from your Facebook profile where you're churning out organic content every day, from the Facebook ad that they're being targeted with every day, and now via email every day. Like, again, don't be worried about you annoying them. You won't. They love you because you've got them amazing results in the free challenge, but you're going to be everywhere. Like, it's going to be so hard for them not to buy your stuff. I'm not saying you're going to convert everybody, but you're going to convert a hell of a lot of people. So here's a really simple example from one of my friends. He is a friend, and my student James. So top left, here's a piece of content. Want to build a bigger chest? Try doing cable flies, etc., etc. So this is his first level ad, right? What he's doing is he's building his audience with this video. He's also got the option in there for people to download his free ebook, you know, his free thing. So as well as building his audience via the video, if just in case anybody wants to jump on his email list as well, that's there as well. So it's like a two-pronged attack, right? Everybody that's clicked on that link and has seen that video then sees the advert on your right. The advert for his 28-day free strength challenge. And again, that's the one I showed you the curious student post earlier. That's what he's using. And again, at the bottom, if you see his feedback, again, this is from our Finish It Friday post this week, as you can see, 23rd of June. So it's all up to date, right? I'm not sharing with you shit that worked 2 years ago. This is today. Built good trust with challenge peeps, over 20 in the group now, and expect to be around 40 on official launch day, maybe more. Shit works. All right, guys. So what we're going to go into now really quickly is the two models, online only and adding online to an offline business. So I've already covered a lot with you, but what I'm going to go through briefly now is putting that into an actual service, right? So we've gone through Attract, we've gone through Convert. There's a lot of stuff. Hopefully you guys are taking it all in. It'll be worth it. All right. So when people sign up for this free challenge, have a Facebook group ready with a group description and welcome video or post. So people aren't waiting around. Build excitement, have fun, speak to people, interact, and you're much likely to get people from day one to the end of your challenge, which is the main goal, right? You want people to see it through. Like I said, keep people excited. As soon as someone says they're in, get them in that group, get their email address from them, and follow up with everyone that shows interest. So you'll get a lot of people that put their hand up for this free challenge or the curious student and don't follow through. It's you that has to work for it. So make sure you do. Manage the program in a Facebook group. Provide people with guides. So don't go into one-to-one personalization at this free challenge point. It's guides. It's general education. It's templates. You could do some live workouts or follow-alongs. I have a student who does yoga and teaches yoga, and she has an amazing free challenge for her yoga students. It's a 14-day free challenge, and I think 3 mornings, or may even be daily now. So every morning at 6 a.m., her target market is new mums. 6 a.m. before the babies wake up, they do a follow-along workout. She does it live with them in the group, and all the mums do it together. And she does amazingly well. Keep it fun, post memes, have a laugh with people, and then a daily accountability post. So in this Facebook group, you're going to post every single day. It's about conversation, not education. So we're not ramming education down people's throat. It's, hey guys, how you doing? What are you up to today? This is what I'm doing. How are you getting on? How you feeling? And just make sure you're interacting and make sure you tag every single person that's taking part in your free challenge in that daily accountability post. And as I said earlier, keep dropping in those stories of successful clients in your paying programs. In terms of delivering your one-to-one, Facebook group, again, it just works, right? Have a welcome post in there with links to relevant stuff and relevant resources. So when somebody signs up, you can get them straight in that Facebook group and give them stuff to consume straight away. Email autoresponder. So if you can create an FAQ for your service, it will mean that you don't have to spend time answering tons and tons of questions, the same questions over and over again. Again, this is entirely down to you, but training can be based on templates that you then tweak to suit. Nutrition, ideally, that's probably going to have to be custom if you're doing one-to-one. Live videos to create engagement, improve interaction. Again, keep it fun. Daily accountability post, again, conversation, not education. And again, continue to share experience of any successful clients. When your clients are doing well, big them up, share their experiences, share their stories. It'll spur on your other clients. In terms of the check-in process, once per week, it can be via email, Google Drive, or an app. That stuff isn't important. But ask for feedback and key data that's suitable to your service. Weight, measurements, pics, whatever that may be. And then set 2 slots on check-in day to respond to check-ins. I set an hour at lunch and an hour before bed. That's it. My busiest day of the week is check-in day, 2 or 3 hours where I respond to check-ins and tweak programs. And in case, again, any of you guys were worrying about the simplicity of what I'm teaching you, one of my clients, Dan, some of you guys might know Dan Highcock, had all bells and whistles membership sites, was trying loads of fancy shit. I got him to simplify it. He did exactly what I've just told you. Free challenge. He didn't go into one-to-one, into a 6-week recurring group program. And he went from 0 clients due to the indecisiveness of his model in 4 weeks to having 34 clients, as you can see in the picture. So as you can see, this shit just works. And again, with Dan, he creates amazing content consistently, and that's why it worked well. And with Dan, we've just added the automated tier on top, and he's doing so well. Like, he's killing it right now. I think he's up to something like 70 something clients. On what date was that? 20th of April, and we're now on 25th of June. So a month later, he's more than doubled in clients. So he's absolutely crushing it. I think he charges £97 every 6 weeks. £97 every 6 weeks. So keeping it simple works, guys. So very quickly, if you already have a successful offline business, this is something that I spoke to you right at the beginning. Your first port of call should be a campaign to re-engage every single old lead and former member or client. So I have templates and like swipe files for my students, and it crushes it. All right, just reaching out to former clients, a personal message. Hey, dude, how are you? Just thought I'd check in and see how you were getting on. That's it. Speak to former clients, email to all old leads, or text again. If you have numbers, text them, keep it personal. Speak to them. Hey, are you still looking to insert that goal? Whether that be lose weight, get stronger, whatever it may be. And however you deliver coaching now, offer an online or hybrid option as an alternative for anyone you come into contact with that decides not to become an offline client or leaves as an offline client. So in the future, in your offline business, if you are a PT or have a facility, if a client leaves because they can't make it to your facility anymore, let them know that you can carry on working with you as an online client. If a lead comes into your business that loves what you do but just can't quite do the travel or can't quite afford it, let them know that you have this other online option. So manage it the same. So a few notes. One-to-one doesn't need to be time consuming. Manage it as a group. Include everything people commonly ask for in your onboarding process. Assign small slots for personalized contact throughout the week. I do not do phone calls for my one-to-one clients. I know that's been popularized to add calls to your service. I don't do it, and nobody signs up to my service because of the calls. You know, they sign up to the service because of the results they get. Don't rush. Genuinely, people who are in need for like money now and make bad decisions based on what you can get now instead of how it's going to benefit them long term are the ones that you'll see doing well for a couple of months and then just disappear. So free challenge straight into one-to-one coaching, or straight from content into one-to-one coaching, will be the best model. Again, a completely made up statistic for 80% of online trainers forever. It just will be. It's lean, it's streamlined, it's elegant. It just works. If you stick to the basics, creating content, eventually adding that automated marketing system, ideally just add that straight away. People will come to you. Just don't get sucked in by fancy shit. Don't get greedy and don't get impatient. Always have your client's best interest at heart. So again, I am not one of those gurus who are going to blag like you can just create these automated systems. I don't even talk about helping your clients. Whatever decisions you make have to work for you, yeah, 100%, but also have to work for your clients. So it's finding that balance where it helps you both. And here's a little bit of awareness for you again. Every single one of you on this training is capable of copying and pasting what I've taught into your own business. The sad part is most of you won't. And I know how harsh that sounds, right? But again, what's the point in me lying to you? If I make you aware of that fact, you are so much more likely to do the work than if I just go, right, crack on, see you later, goodbye, do well. So I'm telling you right now that some of you will crush this. You'll implement it, you'll have a business. Like some of the examples that I've shown you today, like some of my students who just do the work, keep it simple, like don't get silly, you'll crush it. Some of you will watch this training and then tomorrow see a webinar, sign up to that training, the day after, sign up to a new training, and just never implement. Just start. Start doing that content if you aren't already creating content. If you're already creating content, post the Curious Student post tonight. There's no better time, or tomorrow night at 8 p.m. There's no reason why not to. All right, guys, so what I want you guys to do, we're going to go into Q&A, and I'm going to talk to you, if you guys are okay with it, about getting further help in just a moment. Samir buzzing to get the ball rolling. Awesome, awesome, awesome. Lots of great info. Warren is happy. Anton, yeah, boy. Dominic, very clear. Tons of info to take action on. Yeah. So, all right, guys. So what I want you to do is I want you to start sending in some questions. While you send those questions in, I'm going to talk to you about how I can help you further. If you want to hear that, awesome. If you don't, then just ask your question now. And once I've stopped talking to you about my course, about OFB, I'm going to get to all the questions straight away, and I'll stay on until they're all answered. So any questions you have about building an online business, stuff that I haven't covered, stuff that I have covered but you want more info on, fire away now. So Q&A and getting further help. So what I've mentioned to you in this training so far about my students, they're all taking part in the online fitness business course. And if you're interested in taking part in the course as well, here's how we'll do it. The online fitness business course is broken into 4 modules. So they're released weekly. Here's the overview of them. I'm just going to tell you what they are firstly, and then I'll kind of break it down without being too overwhelming. So module 1, so week 1, there's actually a bonus module first where I talk about business principles and being a good business owner. So there's a bonus module up front, and then the first main module is research and communication. And what that is understanding who you want to work with and writing copy and being able to speak to them. So research and communication, all about creating content and understanding your audience. I'll show you more in a second. Module 2 is the module that I have the most issue with, software and tech. The reality is we do need some. The next reality is that most of us as trainers are terrible with it, so we keep it simple. It's my motto, right? Module 3, business models, how to turn all this stuff into a business, a fully grown up actual company, how to structure it, how to systemize it, how to create operations manuals, how to price everything, how to create ascension models, how to add different tiers of products, how to add different tiers of services. If you want to sell ebooks or other kind of guides or products that are one-off products, then that's all in there and all simplified. And again, I'm going to show you more stuff in detail in a moment. Module 4, the fun one, marketing and advertising. So again, organic and paid. And I'll show you more information about what exactly that is about in a moment. So module 1 is the research and communication. I probably need to change the title for that because nobody knows what it means. So basically what we're going to do is discover who your best prospects are. So identifying who you want to work with. So you can attract people most likely to buy from you, right? What's the point in us speaking a language that people don't understand that we want to work with? We're going to go through building an authority ecosystem. That's kind of what I'm known for in the world of marketing, being everywhere. A lot of you wouldn't have heard of me 18 months ago. Now you probably see me everywhere, right? That's because that's my speciality. I want you to become the person people come to when they're ready to get help. Using 2-tier marketing, which we spoke about in brief today, the organic systems and the paid-for systems with email marketing systems, all made simple so you're everywhere without having to actually be online all day, every day. I'm going to show you in more detail how to create that alignment content that attracts the kind of people you want to work with. So building that audience up front is just going to build you a mass of people that we can then market to, right? And then we're going to go into how to write social media posts, articles, how to create videos, write emails, and write sales pages that get your audience to engage and take action. And one of probably the most valuable parts of the whole course, this is something that's new this year, is my 10K copy war chest. So this year I've spent over £10,000 on the copy. So everything that's written for my fitness business, I've spent over £10,000 getting everything rewritten for me That's all in a Dropbox folder. Everybody who takes part in my course has access to that folder. It includes Facebook ads, so all the text, the copy written for Facebook ads, for free challenges, for paid challenges, for one-to-one coaching, for email camps. So there are around 60 emails in there, emails that get people to sign up for free challenges, for paid challenges, for one-to-one coaching. There are landing pages in there, so all the copy that you need to create sales pages. So my sales pages are in there, so you can just copy, edit them, and then paste them. So I don't want you to just copy them, but you can copy them, edit them, use the structure, but speak in your language and put them into your business for sales pages, for your one-to-one coaching, application pages, registration pages for your free challenges, everything. I've spent over £10,000 on that stuff. You get it. Module 2, software and tech, right? The bit we all hate. So unfortunately, this stuff is necessary. I'm going to show you how to, I'm going to help you discover how to capture leads without having to build website pages or learn code or any of that shit. I am hopeless with technology, really, really poor. And if any of you guys are, then you'll be fine. And if you guys are good with technology, then you'll just move quicker, right? One of the main themes of this webinar and my course is showing you how to set your business up so people can buy or apply to work with you without you being present. So we just need to set up a few bits of software and technology so that can happen. Payment systems, linking them to tags on email automation systems. I'm going to give you a dummy's guide to all that stuff. Again, as I just mentioned, how to set up email automations that run continuously until someone becomes a customer. Again, I'm going to go out there on a limb and say I am one of the best in the industry at this, not writing the actual emails. You know, I'm good at writing, but all my emails, again, I've had written for me. I've spent over £10,000 on this stuff. But rather than write an email every single day, what I did is I had around 60 emails written for me, and people just go through all 60. So at the beginning, I constantly try and get them to sign up for a free challenge. Then I constantly try and get them to sign up for a paid challenge. And then I try to get them to sign up to a one-to-one challenge. If by the end of that entire sequence, they still haven't bought anything from me, then they start again. That's it. So I'm going to show you how to implement all that so that you never have to. You can email every day. Plenty of my students still do, but you don't have to. I'm going to show you how to just create a block of emails, put them in your business, press play, and people just go through all these emails until they become a customer. It works amazingly well. And it's a great piece of automation that I don't think anybody else is doing within fitness. Like if anybody knows of anyone, let me know, but I'm pretty sure that I'm the only person who has it in place perfectly, and my students are the only people who are implementing the same systems as we speak. And then ultimately, I'm just going to show you the simplest and most affordable ways to ensure you have all the right software to make getting and working with clients easy, and a great experience for your clients. So just making this stuff easy, simplified, streamlined, enjoyable. Like we want customer experience to be amazing. And we're going to make that happen for you and your clients. Module 3, so week 3, these get drip fed week by week, remember. We're going to go through business models, so that's getting your clients without spending a penny on marketing. We've gone through one system, one model of doing that, and that is the Curious Student model. We haven't gone in depth in launching free challenges regularly, organically. That's another model. So there are plenty of models we can use. If you never want to add paid marketing, you don't have to. You can build a great business, earning £5,000, £6,000 per month without ever adding that paid marketing. But we can scale amazingly well if we do add it. I want to talk to you about something that a lot of trainers struggle with. That's how to price your coaching so you can earn a level of income that works for you without working more than you want. So there's a bit of math to that, figuring out how much you want to work, how much you want to earn, and how much you're comfortable with charging. And that'll be quite simple to work out once you see the calculation and understand what you actually want from this business and what kind of model you want to work in. In business models module, we're going to explore challenges, group coaching, one-to-one style coaching, membership models. So you can decide along with my help in the mentoring group, which one suits your business best and which one suits your strengths best. So we'll go into depth on how to deliver each type of service and the pros and cons of each, because there are pros and cons in terms of, you know, having to get high volume if we're going low price, or having to get having to make high priced sales if you want to do low volume. So plenty of pros and cons to each, and we're going to work with you on your strengths and what you want to do. Then we'll show you how to stack more than one model to create a hugely scalable online fitness business. So now we're talking about like my business. So for instance, I have a free challenge, I have a paid challenge, and I have one-to-one coaching, and I have live events for my fitness clients, right? So that's all doable. I'm not saying you can do it right away, but I'm going to show you how to scale eventually. Then ultimately, again, I'm going to show you how to automate and create systems wherever possible to build a truly scalable business and free your own time up wherever possible. So yes, there is work to do. Again, let me just say that to separate myself from the people telling you you can have all this without doing work. There is work to do, but there are also automations to put in place. I've already talked to you about them, and there are systems to put in place that are going to remove you as that bottleneck and remove that requirement for one-to-one interaction from you to your audience or to your leads. So then we get into marketing and advertising. This is the kind of sexy module that everybody gets excited about. We're going to go through the content marketing systems, the workbooks and worksheets for infinite content. Sounds cheesy, but once you've filled in my content workbook, you'll never, ever, ever have to think twice about what content to create. You just fill that workbook in once. Struggling for content, look at the workbook, easy. Finish the worksheets, easy. So you'll get all that. Facebook Ads for Dummies is a basic intro guide that goes through everything you'll ever need to know for creating Facebook ads. Again, email marketing for dummies, and then automated marketing walkthroughs, ad templates, landing page templates, email marketing templates. It's not just a case of here's how you do Facebook ads. It's here's how you do Facebook ads. There's a mentoring group for whenever you get stuck. I'm there to answer questions. And here's some walkthroughs. Here are some templates. Swipe these. Do it this way. Here's what your ad picture should look like. Here's the kind of copy that you should use from the 10K copywriting war chest. Everything's in there for you. You just need to copy it, edit it so it suits your voice, your audience, and then paste it into your own business. It's all done for you whilst educating you so that you know what you're doing yourself as well. Because the reality is, if you don't learn some of this shit yourself and you just copy and paste it, you won't know why things work and why things don't work. So the education is there, but the swipe files are there as well, so you can copy, edit, and paste into your own business. So you're getting the exact same systems I've personally used to help over 3,458 people in the past 2 years. And I guarantee I would have acquired more clients while we've been on this free training. So in terms of the price, I never want to hide price. My first coaching program for OFB, so when I first started coaching trainers, my only program, the only way you could work with me was a 6-month minimum commitment, and it was £500 per month. The new upgraded course, the OFB course, is far more in depth, if I'm being honest, and comes with just as much mentoring. But it's more affordable. I'm very proud to say I've kind of separated myself from the guys trying to charge you 5K, 10K for access to a membership site. So usually it is 2 payments of $697 or 1 payment of $894. But for you guys, or up until the 1st of July, the first 20 to enroll, ignore that. It's up until the 1st of July. You can make 2 payments of $297 or make a saving of almost £1,000 from the other price and make 1 payment of just $497. So that's only available up until the 1st of July. So here's what will happen next. The link will be in the comment section now. Let me put that in there for you guys right now. Cool. So that offer should be showing for you guys now. If it's not, just let me know. So here's what to do next. The link is in the comment section now. Click on that link. It'll take you to a page where you can choose your payment plan. You'll immediately get an email with some important links to your mentoring group and a few other little bits. And then every week, as I mentioned, you'll get access to a new module. So listen, I know this is a great deal. Learning how to help you learn how to systemize your online fitness business, get clients in a reliable, repeatable way, and escape the feast and famine cycle that I really, really want to help trainers get out of because it's stressful, and create a service that gets your clients great results whilst giving you the lifestyle you want. And as I mentioned, a few other bits for signing up before July 1st. The mentoring group will be free for life. So the mentoring group is where you get your personal coaching, your group coaching. I'm in there. Stephen's in there for Facebook advertising help. From the 1st of July, anybody that signs up after that date, it'll be an optional extra. And that optional extra will be £38.50 a month. So if you don't want to pay that, but you do want access to the mentoring group, please do sign up before July 1st. And it's awesome, by the way. The mentoring group, easily worth the course price on its own. Again, before the 1st of July, as long as you sign up before then, you get lifetime course access, all updates and upgrades, as well as all guest expert trainings. We have loads of experts coming in and talking to the students about different things, marketing, copywriting, sales, mindset, everything is in there. From the 1st of July, new students will get access for 12 weeks, and then they'll have to pay to stay. For you guys, if you get signed up before the 1st of July, you'll get lifetime access. And again, something that I think is worth the course cost alone, we do a private student event every 90 days, and you get free access to that forever, again, if you get signed up before the July 1st. For people who sign up after that, it'll be £97 per event. And the events are superb. The workshops, I'm there, Stephen's there, and we bring one guest expert. The next event is in August 12th in Birmingham. We have Mike Samuels. Some of you guys may have heard of Mike. He's a copywriter, used to have his own online fitness business as well. Incredibly successful and amazing writer. He's going to be there. And the topic of the day, or the focus of the day, will be implementing there and then the automated systems for your business. So yes, we talk. I'll be doing a talk. Stephen will be talking and Mike will be talking. And in the afternoon, we'll be getting shit done. So again, in itself, I personally think that's worth the course fee on its own. So you've watched the entire webinar. You want to build a profitable online fitness business, and you know this is a great offer. So please do take advantage of the current discount and the bonuses that I've just mentioned, and click the link in the comments so you can get started. Okay, guys, so let me take a look at your comments. So all I need to do, guys, is just make sure you can still hear me. Just let me know you can still hear me. I'm going to get to your questions right about now. So, Anton, the stuff about the list, did you say you post that to your FB page or the personal page, and then you address one of the points each day? What I would do, Anton, is personal profile to begin with. I'd probably post a list on both, in fact. Post a list on both, but then the majority of the content in terms of going back to each point, personal profile. Trevor, do I get people on a fan page or closed group on Facebook? If you're talking about for the free challenge, then closed Facebook group. Oh, that makes sense. Trevor, just confirm that's what you were talking about, buddy. Aaron, Facebook targeting, do you restrict geographically or just send it out all over the UK? Aaron, I do worldwide. Yeah, I do worldwide, buddy. You should too. And again, going back to what I mentioned in the webinar, don't be too specific with your targeting. Your video will do that for you. Shiggy, love this. Thank you very much, dude. Honest question though, do you think juggling online coaching with another job endeavor is realistically possible? Being in-person coaching 5 years, but need to head home to Kenya / travel a lot in 6 months. Possible, yeah, 100%. Easy, no. Here's what I think, Shiggy. I think what you should do is go after this online thing whilst you've got that job as hard as you can. And then when you get to a point where you're almost at breaking point, like don't get to breaking point, please. Once you get to breaking point, make that decision. Is it worth continuing, or do you want to scale back a little bit and just have a few clients online and a couple of £1,000 a month on top, just do okay, but stick to that comfortable, safe job? Or push to breaking point and decide, do you need to leave the job, right? Oh, that makes sense. Let me know if that makes sense. Samir, just out of curiosity, what is the success percentage of your students in terms of developing a sustainable business? I, in equal parts, love and hate this question with all the love in the world, Samir. Success, define it, buddy. Like, I have my definitions of what success would be different from yours. All my students have different definitions of success. In terms of, again, developing a sustainable business, again, that depends what you mean. But yeah, again, whatever the answer is, by the way, and whatever you give me, I won't have a percentage because I just don't know. My answer would be way higher than any other online fitness business course. Gary Jones, yeah, that question, Paul. So Paul, yeah, opening up your personal Facebook profile so it's public does help. But if you don't want to at first, don't. There will be people in your current network that need your help. Dominic, how did you smoothly transition out of your gym and into online coaching? So I played around with online coaching whilst I owned the gyms. But ultimately, I just took a massive leap of faith. I sold the gyms on a Friday, got married on a Saturday, went on honeymoon and just started and went all in on it, right? So so that's how I smoothly, it wasn't smooth. I did it badly for around 6 to 9 months whilst I had the gyms, but did well financially, but struggled a lot with time whilst I was figuring it all out. And then just took a leap of faith, buddy, if I'm being 100% honest. So Kerry, I'm not techie, so do all my programs manually. Can you recommend a better system or simple software, please? So Kerry, I think Aaron's just mentioned my PT Hub. There are things like Trainerize and PT Distinction as well. I really like PT Distinction, and Tim, who owns PT Distinction. And you don't have to be techie. I'm terrible with technology, like genuinely, which is why you guys can see like a Inception type screen right now. So yeah, don't worry, dude. Just don't get overwhelmed. Javier or Javier, apologies if I've just butchered your name, buddy. Which area would you say would be the best starting point? I'm not quite sure what you mean there, buddy, by which area. Anton, you have a child on the way. I do, mate, and mentioned earlier about your client who does early morning videos for mums before babies wake up. My question, do you really think you'll be lucky enough to get a 6 a.m. lie-in? My son is 16 months and I have another due in August. 6 a.m. is the dream. Maybe I'm being very ambitious. I don't know, buddy. I guess I'll find out in, when? I don't know, 20 weeks or so. Anton, what do you recommend with regards to delivering programs, Trainerize, for example, such as Dan did, or a member's site with videos? I personally wouldn't spend time getting a membership site set up right now. It's something to add. It's a shiny thing to add in the future, right? Like you can build I don't have a membership site, and I've worked with thousands and thousands of clients, and probably next year my online fitness business will hit 7 figures and I still won't have a membership site. So yeah, like I honestly don't think it should be a priority for anyone. So yeah, use an app, or just if you want to do videos, just put them on Vimeo or YouTube. Hey Kate, just reminded me of the slides. Awesome, I will send them out. I'm glad you enjoyed it. And you're welcome, dude. Tiago Khan. Tiago, is it the big join now button? You couldn't see the link? Yes. Duh, facepalm. Thanks, pal. Can we get the slides and content workbook pretty, please? Of course, my mum. What I'll do is I'll probably email them out because, again, I'm terrible with technology. Trevor, I was talking about getting leads and content delivery, wanting people to engage more with a closed page. I forgot your initial question. Apologies, buddy. I'm just going to scroll back through. Do I get people on a fan page or closed group on Facebook? Let's scroll back up to your follow-up. On your personal profile, buddy. So personal profile for generating, like putting out loads of content consistently. And then when you implement the automated system, that's going to be on your business page so you can run paid marketing to it. Samir, you answered my question. Awesome. Thanks. Shiggy, yep, definitely makes sense. Tough, though now got me wondering if coaching someone to look after my long-term in-person clients and taking a percentage would help. Definitely need to go home, family duties. Yeah, 100% understand that, buddy. So Shiggy, this is what I think, dude. I think it's a very personal situation. So it's very specific to you and your current situation. My concern with coaching someone to look after your long-term in-person clients is that's a big job in itself. So it's something you got to think about. Anton, Sukh, I was writing cues while you were going through the course, so I missed some of the info. Did you say that by joining you get full automation / systems support? Yeah, you get constant support, buddy. There's a mentoring group. So the OFE mentoring group that you have unlimited access to forever. And I forgot where you are in the world, but we also have a meetup every 90 days. And the next meetup is in Birmingham in the UK, where the specific thing we're going through is implementing automations and systems into your business. I don't do it for you. I just do it with you, right? You do it and I help you along. Anton is up north. Awesome, buddy. So yeah, so you can come to the live events, mate. And I advise it as well. Like for anyone considering enrolling on the course, the live events are killer because you'll leave with not only having done all the shit that you needed to get done, but a clearer vision of where you need to get to. That makes sense. So you'll know what you need to do for the next 90 days. And then by the time the next event comes, we finish that shit that needs getting done. And then we work on what needs doing for the next 90 days. So yeah, you get help with all that shit. We just don't do it for you. That'd be super expensive if you did want that. Aaron, do you use ActiveCampaign or others like ClickFunnels? I use ActiveCampaign for all my email automation, and I use Thrive themes for my pages. Again, in the course, all that shit is simplified. So everything that I've spoke about today is here's how to do this bit, here's how to do this bit, here's how to do this bit, do this, do this, do this. And it's like completely walked through. So yeah, I use ActiveCampaign for my email and I use Thrive themes for my pages, my website and everything. Cool. Okay, guys, I'm going to leave it there. If any of you guys wanted to get signed up, the offer is about to disappear, that big yellow button. And you guys are going to get emailed a replay. If you guys are not in my free group, have a look for it. I forget what it's called, Online Trainer Society. And then you guys can follow up with me in that group. So if you go on Facebook and go on and search for Online Trainer Society, you can jump in there and talk to me. Shiki, awesome. I'm glad I could help, dude. All right, guys, take it easy. Hope you got a lot of value. If you did, please feel free to give me some public feedback, some public love on Facebook. Dominic, you absolute legend. You've taken a leap of faith and signed up. Dude, you won't regret it. Like, I'm so confident in the course and how I can help. Like, I ain't scared, buddy. You shouldn't be either. You're going to fucking crush it. All right, guys, I forgot to give a warning at the beginning about my swearing. I feel like it's getting out of hand now, so I'm going to jump off. I'll speak to you guys soon. Catherine, many thanks. Cool. Sayonara, guys.